everybody? I'm back with another video, man. It is Thursday afternoon currently. We just got a daily candle close about 50 minutes ago. So I'm going to be breaking down gold, the trades I took yesterday, how I could have executed better, why I entered the trades that I entered, and then how we could have potentially entered off of US30 on those shorts that I had called. If we maintained below, what price level was that? 42,856 and 857. So we'll go ahead and hop right into it. It's not going to be a long video, but I definitely want to break this down because it's important for myself even to know this moving forward, why I shouldn't stick to a certain bias and why I should wait for certain confirmations to prevent blowing an account, to prevent risking more than what I should have. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes because I've been here before and it's really annoying, but it's a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson for myself. It's a learning lesson for you guys that actually watch these videos and really can comprehend what I'm breaking down, because this is it's a make money lose money situation at the end of the day. So let's hop right into it, man. So for those that have watched my video, you guys understand that my bias for gold is overall bullish based off of our monthly and based off our daily. Now it's only bullish for a certain amount of it's only bullish for a certain amount of time, just based off of the levels that we're trading below, until this current daily candle is breaking above this daily resistance that we have drawn here. So our daily resistance at around 2631 to 2638 is holding bearish structure up until the point that we broke it. So I had a projection where if we got above this area, I would be looking for a higher low in here to then execute bullish, and it looks like we got that right in here with this candle, and this candle happened at around 5 a.m. So I'm gonna definitely be breaking that candle down. But what I was looking at going into London session, and I had took 2 trades in this area, and I'm really disappointed in myself because I didn't stick to, one, the original trade bias, which was a buy, and then 2, I'm disappointed in myself because I didn't wait for sell confirmation and I decided to enter a sell, which resulted in me blowing an account because I had took a second trade and I wasn't aware. Should have been aware because I signed up for this evaluation account that I only had a 3% max daily drawdown, and I exceeded that and then the account was gone. But I did buy a new one just because I am trying to accomplish being funded $500,000. So this is why I entered buys and the reason I entered sells. So for sells overall, you guys know that we're at a daily resistance. So if price is showing consolidation or is showing exhaustion, then that's going to lean me more towards the seller side because it shows that the buyers are losing strength at this point in time in structure and in the market. So it gives a little bit more leeway for sellers to come into the market and push the market down to get an overall higher low for buyers to then shoot up and get to that next higher high point. So for buys, we see here during Asian session we found support in this area. Well, this was like a New York support. Later in New York, we found support, respected all the way till about 5 p.m. Pushed bullish above this level of resistance, and then we formed like a higher high based off this push and daily resistance at around 2635. So when price found resistance, it also found support and it just consolidated for about 5 hours. Now, when I was on the 15-minute time frame, when I was in 15-minute time frame, we see here that price formed this engulfing. Was this the area I entered off of? No, I think I gotta go to my 5-minute. Yeah, so my 5-minute time frame. So this is where I executed buys. So if we see here, we see price. So you can even do something like this to have more of an idea. But we see here, once price gave us this like engulfing right in here, after touching like support, this is the point that I entered. So I entered around 7. I entered at exactly like 8 o'clock. So me entering at 8 o'clock, I should have gave myself more wiggle room for my stop loss. Instead of having my stop loss right at like 20 pips below this wick to the left, I should have put my stop loss a little bit lower to like these wicks down here. So if I would have went from a 20 pip risk to about a 40 pip risk and doubled it, I would have been in the safe zone. And even a 40 pip risk would have been valid as well. And my TP would have been hit up here because this was the level I was targeting, 2650 to 2664. So price stopped me out at this point in the market. Stopped me out at about 8. So 8 p.m. is when I entered. Market stopped me out at about 9 o'clock. Market stopped me out. Price wicked right down. Pretty much breaking this low that I had put to the left. So that knocked me out of my first trade. And then at that point, I was probably risking half of what my overall risk was for the day after my second trade opportunities. So this trade was donezo once price wicked out and gave us a bullish candle here and even followed up with this strong bullish candle right after. This could have been an entry opportunity as well. So this could have been a good entry opportunity, and then you could have even had your stop loss right below that area for about 34 pips, and then you would have still been solid. Yeah, you would have seen drawdown about twice, but what's important is that you gave yourself wiggle room for the overall bias of what we were experiencing on our 4-hour and 1-hour time frame, which was straight just bullish strength in the market. Now this push makes sense just based off of this higher low that was formed here. So we have this main higher low here, and then price respected it. So this is kind of giving you that like 38.2 came to hit TP1, and we're approaching, oh, it actually hit TP2 already as well. Now all of this is in confluence with your daily time frame, because this is a higher low. So we're expecting price to respect this daily higher low if we got above here to then travel to 2700, just to keep that overall picture in mind. Now for those of you that may have executed off these buy opportunities, like I was saying, your stop loss would have been valid for the point that you gave yourself wiggle room to see drawdown, and price would have respected and then respected here, and then you would have been, price would have pretty much gone to the upside. Now where I executed sales, it was a rookie mistake, only because I should have waited for a break of support. I should have waited for price to break below, then to go up, and then you would have got your lower high opportunity, which would have been golden to then sell down. Now what I did, which was a rookie mistake, I sold at this point up here. Once price respected resistance, what I was thinking was, we're in a daily resistance area. 5 minute to our 30-minute time frame is respecting resistance. If we get a bearish confirmation, then that could be a good sniper entry, what others would call it. And what I did is I executed after we got like this, what time frame was it? I think it was my 5 minutes. So let me see. Yeah, so once we got this overall respect to the resistance, like right in here, price pushed down, found support, and then we formed like another lower high point. I executed right in here with my stop loss at the high, and then of course I'm projecting this to go down for 100 some pips, and price respected support, came up and stopped me out. And then at this point I blew my top tier account. I risked an overall of 2.2% on my top tier account, my second one. I risked negative 4.4% on my funding pips account, and then on my pick funded account I risked about 1.5 to 1.7% on both of them, which isn't too bad just because I was still within my risk parameter. So the only one that did it for me where it was me breaking my rules was the funding pips with the negative 4% loss, and then the top tier blown account. And I just got to learn from them, man. Overall is to just be more aware of the trades that I'm taking, and to adapt to price action. Because once I seen support being respected with this 1 minute double bottom, you have this, and then you had another one, and then you had a break of resistance right in here, and then you had a little minor higher low opportunity in which you could have executed at this point, or you could have executed once you had this strong bullish confirmation above that level of resistance, and then you could have easily held this up to your overall TP projected area. Now at this point, when price pulled back into this zone and then gave us this strong bullish push out, I could have executed at that point, but at this point in time, I was not looking at the market just because I had already experienced my losses, and I didn't give myself any more ammo for the day to execute. So that was kind of a bummer. But I just got to bounce back, man, and realize that at any point I can change my situation. I went from blowing an evaluation account to having 3 months of consistency with 6 back-to-back payouts. So hopefully this is just another one of those scenarios, man, and I can just lock back in, reevaluate, and hopefully keep myself accountable, especially with this video. It's uncomfortable speaking about what I just did last night with blowing my account, not adapting to the market, and then just realizing that I could have did better. So that was my bias for last night, man. We see how biased could have been the overall projection. Now let's see how we could have executed going into New York. So once we got above this little range, now I did say we would wait for that higher low around 26.38, and we got that at like 5 a.m. So once we got above this range, price pulled back right back in, giving us that higher low around 2 to 3 a.m. Price pulled up. Then you have your higher high, and then you have that higher low right into that zone. So let's go down to our 5-minute time frame. So our 5-minute time frame, same scenario that kind of happened right in here. Happened right in here, but on a higher scale. So this happened on the 5-minute. Down here happened in the 1-minute time frame. So 5-minute time frame found support, gave you a minor higher low, and then broke this level of resistance. So if I was looking to enter around 5 to 7 a.m., this would have been my entry point. So I would have had that entry point above that resistance. Only area I would have been sketched about is this area right in here. You did get that pullback, and then as long as price maintained this resistance as support, you could have found a scale-in opportunity, or just had more confidence to hold your original position with the 65 pip stop loss, and then you could have definitely targeted for a 1-1, or you could have targeted for a 1 to 2.7, which would have been near your second TP zone, which would have been fine as well, man. So this is how I would have executed off of gold. And it's textbook, man. It's definitely textbook, but I didn't allow myself to adapt and to see those opportunities, so it kind of just backfired on me. But hopefully anyone who trades gold that watches my videos realizes that you had good buying opportunities, and I hope you guys took advantage of it, man, because these definitely paid the bills. I'll tell you that. Definitely paid the bills. So that's going to be my bias for gold for as far as last night. Now going into the end of the week, I mean, honestly, I'm not even going to trade today. I'm gonna just call it. I'm a back test today. So I'm not really going to have a bias for the rest of today. I'm actually going to just sit it out. But I do want to update my balances. Let's see. I'm going to update my balances since it's the end of my week. And then I'm going to restart going into next week. So I did take a trade on the new account as well for some GJ buys. And I just took a $500 loss. 99.4K is what the account is at. My second top tier account is sitting at 99K. Now some of you may think like I don't know what I'm doing either, man, but I tell you, once I get on a roll, I'm going to blow, man, and this thing is going to be crazy. The run that I'm about to go on. Another thing I'm disappointed about is this negative 4% loss that I took on funding pips. Such a rookie move, man. And I only have 1.5% wiggle room, so I'm definitely not going to be trading this account too heavy. I think I'm only gonna stick with one lot, so just to give myself more trading opportunities. So my pick funded account, this one is sitting still at 201. As for this one, it is sitting at 196. So we had some growth on this account. This account ended still in profit on this account. This one is in hella drawdown, and then as far as the other one, same thing, man, drawdown. But we're gonna bounce back. I'm not sweating that too much. Wait, no. Cool. So now let's go to US30. So US30, I was saying we would get, if we maintain below 42,857, we would see sales to the downside. Now, based off our 1 hour time frame, this was my confluence zone. So we have support, resistance, resistance, price wicked here around midnight, and then going into New York session, price tried to break above and then came right back down. So once price broke above, and then we had 2 hours of bearish candles. Let's see what that looks like on our 15-minute timer. So it is a little sloppy, but off of our 5-minute, we see here support maintained, broke below, came right back up, and then we had this lower high opportunity. So you had bearish doji, no, you have bullish doji, bearish with exhaustion, so that's kind of weak. Then you had a bullish candle trying to go back up to continue the buyer pressure, and then we had a follow-up of a bearish engulfing. This could have been your entry opportunity at around 7:15, which would have been a nice confirmation to go to the downside. Could have had your stop loss at the high for about 1,100 points, and then you could have targeted support for about a 1 to 4 risk to reward, and that's just textbook as well, man, for those of you that trade US30. So there's not much more to break down for US30. I'm also going to be back testing this pair as well. But for any of you, those would have been my confirmations. You see here daily price action. We've been pretty much bearish. Found a lower high opportunity around the level of confluence, resistance, support, resistance. 1 hour time frame. You had a break of structure, lower high, lower low, lower high along this area of confluence, support, resistance, 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 and then you see here off of your 5-minute time frame, you had that bearish transition. Boom. And then once you got right back below, you knew that this was textbook to go back to the downside, man. And it was a bearish engulfing as well off your 5-minute time frame. So that's going to be my breakdown, man. Hopefully you guys had a profitable week. Enjoy your guys' weekend, man, and let's bounce back strong for the upcoming, and hopefully we end the month of January in profits, man. So you guys have a blessed one. If you watched up to this point, I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.